Well, my problem says solve the equation cos of x is equal to minus a half for minus 2 pi is less than x is less than or equal to 2 pi. Oh, x is between minus 2 pi and plus 2 pi. Okay, so I'm expecting there to be several answers because there often are with trig equations. And I think the best thing to do is to first figure out what quadrants they're going to be in. So cos of x is negative when x, the x coordinate on this is negative. Well, that's a bit distressing that we've got x here and x there. Oh well, not to worry. Cos of x is negative here on that side. Sine is negative down here, tan's negative there, but we're looking at cos. And so it's going to be in that quadrant. X being from minus pi to 2 pi, positive angles would go this way, and that would be pi and 2 pi. And negative angles go this way, and so that would be minus pi and minus 2 pi. Okay, so I'm expecting there to be 4 answers, one here, and then going backwards, one here and one here. I expect there to be 4 answers. I find these easier if I just pick an angle where the answer is positive, pick an angle that's in the first quadrant because it fits in a triangle. So that's what I'm going to do. Be such that alpha's in the first quadrant and cos of alpha is a half. So you make it positive and stick it in the first quadrant. And the reason I'm doing that is because then I can fit it in a triangle. So if I put a 1 there and a half there, then that's what alpha is. Like cos is the adjacent side. And look, this is half as long as that. So if I glued them together, then I'd have 3 sides all equal and the alpha would have to be 60 degrees, so pi on 3. Cool. All right, nice. And there's only one triangle for each angle in this first quadrant, so that's great. Okay, so that would mean that that's one answer. But all my other answers are over here in these 2 quadrants here, so I'm going to need to figure them out. And they're going to be this far away from the nearest multiple of pi. Okay, so my theta is going to be equal to, so it's going to have to be pi on 3 away from the nearest multiple of pi. So either there or there. So coming in the positive direction, I've got, that's 1/3 of pi, so this must be 2/3 of pi. And then that's a whole pi plus another 1/3 of pi, which would be 4/3 of pi. And then going in the negative direction, we've got negative pi there, and we haven't got 1/3, so that'll be negative 2/3 of pi. And then we've got negative whole pi and another pi, so negative 4/3 of pi. So they're all the answers in that zone. Cool. Just let me check though. If I put my calculator here, and let's just check it's in radians. Yes, it is. Cos of 2/3 of pi is minus a half. Good, good, good. And then if I change that to 4/3 of pi, yes. If I change that to minus 4/3 of pi, oh, what's the deal with that? Cos of, it's the wrong minus. Minus a half, and minus 1. Yep, okay, cool. So they all work, and I expect there to be 4 of them, so that's great.